Next one is sclerenchyma. Sclerenchyma tissue, it is actually dead tissue at maturity. In the beginning it is living tissue, but later they lose their protoplast and they become dead tissue. This is very important. Dead tissue at maturity. Dead tissue at maturity. So when they become dead, they convert into two forms. Either they convert into fibers or they convert into stone-like sclerites. They convert into dead tissue into fibers and sclerites. Fibers, best example you can give in case of coconut. When we open up the outer shell of coconut, you can see that fibrous thing, fibers, rope and everything, they are prepared out of these fibers, sclerenchyma fibers. And sclerites, very hard stone like. Again, the shell of the coconut, when we break open the coconut, the outside shell, it is so hard and strong, that is sclerites. So the function of sclerenchyma tissue is to provide mechanical support and the protection to soft part of the plant body, especially in case of seeds. So that is all about sclerenchyma, collenchyma and parenchyma. All the three you have seen, it is made up of only one type of cells. Now coming to complex permanent tissue, and in that first I will take up xylem. We know xylem, it is water conducting tissue. It is the water conducting tissue all along the length of the stem. So water just conducts through this. The water absorbed by the root conducts through this. So it is water conducting tissue. One thing. Now why it is complex permanent tissue? It is made up of different type of tissue. Which are those? Xylem, parenchyma. Xylem fibers, vessels, xylem vessels and tracheids. Tracheids and vessels, they are the tube-like structures arranged one above the other, whereas parenchyma we know, fibers we know. Any parenchyma which is associated with xylem is called as xylem parenchyma, and any fiber associated with xylem is called as xylem fibers. So xylem parenchyma, xylem fiber, vessels and tracheid together forms xylem tissue. That's why xylem is called as complex permanent tissue. One thing, it helps in conduction of water. At the same time, it also helps as mechanical supporting tissue. Then we will move on to the next tissue, that is phloem. We will move on to phloem. So what we know about phloem? Phloem is food conducting tissue. Phloem is food conducting tissue. Because the food prepared in the leaves are called as kitchen room of the plant. Where food is prepared, that prepared food should go to every corner of the plant body, and it is taken by another set of line or conducting tissue called as phloem. So phloem is food conducting tissue. Again, why it is called as complex tissue? Because it is made up of several tissue. One is phloem parenchyma. Second one, phloem fibers. Third one, sieve tube cells. And fourth one, companion cells. Sieve tube cells and companion cells. Now, why are they called as sieve tube cells? Because we can find sieve plate in between. Now this is the tube. This is the phloem tube. Okay. Here and there we will find sieve plate. We know what are sieve plates. It is used in our kitchen room. plate with so many pores to that floor and everything, we just use it to filter. So here this is called a sieve plate. These are called as sieve plates. So this cell is called a sieve tube cell. And very important thing, sieve tube cells are without nucleus. Nucleus is absent. They are without nucleus. Without nucleus. Very important. Sieve tube cells are without nucleus. And when they are without nucleus, they need the help of other cells. The other group of cell which is always remains along with this, its partner cell, companion cells. They always stay along with them. They are with nucleus. Companion cells always help or they control the passage of food through sieve tube cells. So this is about phloem tissue. So broadly, plant tissues are divided into meristematic tissue, permanent tissue. Meristematic tissue are the tissue which can undergo division. Permanent tissue, meristematic tissue itself differentiate to form permanent tissue where they lose their capacity to divide. Permanent tissues again are of two types. Which are those? Simple, complex. Simple made up of only one type of tissue or cells. Parenchyma, collenchyma, sclerenchyma. Complex made up of more than one type of cells. Phloem and xylem. Now, whenever we study about tissue in case of, these are the different tissues found in plant, we should study little bit about the structure of stomata found in the surface of the leaf. You know that leaf. Okay, on the surface of leaf, there are some openings, especially on the lower surface of the leaf, openings. Those openings are called as stoma or stomata. They are like this. They are guarded by two kidney-shaped guard cells. Two kidney-shaped guard cells. These are the chloroplast. This is called as actually guard cell. It can close and open. During daytime, it opens so that water can evaporate. Transpiration can take place. Transpiration takes place through this opening. This opening is called as stomatal pore. Stomatal pore. And surrounding to this, the cells present are called as subsidiary cells. Subsidiary cells, stomatal pore, guard cell together called as stomatal apparatus. It's called as stomatal apparatus. Such number of stomata are found on the surface of the leaf through which the transpiration, the process of transpiration takes place. Process of transpiration take place. So this is also one of the tissue present in plant, especially in the leaf.